I walk through the shadow of death left to fear. This is a journey through the halls of hell.
Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Fargo series. This is episode 9 of season 5 and it is called The Useless Hand. Last episode. Gator is such a dislikable character, but I at least came to peace with it last episode, having seen how he's been raised and how deeply all that trauma really affects him, etc. So now he could act like the biggest douchebag, but deep down I would just feel sorry for him. Dorothy is being held captive at the sheriff's ranch, and luckily the mother does know about it. Unluckily, Danish Graves went, I think his name's Danish Graves or Danish Greaves the lawyer, went to intervene, and the sheriff was in the kind of mood where he just shot him dead. And that was because there was that brilliant scene earlier where the lawyer had got all those guys to change their names to the sheriff, so there was a big muddle and confusion at the debate they were having. But yeah, rest in peace to lawyer guy, but all I'll say is the mother still knows Dorothy's at that ranch, and if the sheriff thinks that is going to solve the problem of dealing with the mother, I think he's got another thing coming and she's going to bring down a hammer on him this episode. At least that's what I hope happens. So without further ado, this is episode 9 of season 5. Wow, it's been some journey in Fargo, by the way. I can't believe I'm almost at the end of it. Yeah, and this episode is called The Useless Hand. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. Of course it starts with a perfectly centrally framed thing with the most beautiful backdrop of all time and a majestic ice river covering the canvas which the camera travels across. What the fuck is this cinematographer on? Seriously. Don't know how much he charges for weddings, but you know, he's the top of my list.
Whatever it is, just name it. I'll go get it, I swear.
Oh yeah, and werewolf guy popped up in the back of Gator's car. He's probably not a werewolf. This is episode 9. I think if he was a werewolf, we'd have seen it by now, but he is just werewolf guy now. That's his nickname. I apologize.
You want guns? I got a frickin' flamethrower. No joke. All yours.
Better not be one of them Elon Musk ones, they looked a bit shit. You'd have to be real close to burn a man alive with an Elon Musk one. Traditional flamethrowers, you could be 20 feet away. You would barely even hear his screams. It'd be like playing a video game, it'd be great.
Fucker, I'm talking to you!
A rabbit screams because a rabbit is caught.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now. Oh shit. What is he gonna do?
An old woman watches young men play a game.
He might just actually straight up kill him, you know, because it was Gator's fault that nice old lady had a brain hemorrhage.
Your eyes,
No.
as the Bible says.
If this season ends with Gator getting his eyes cut out, I will be fucking shocked.
Quiet.
Wait! Oh, please!
Holy shit, he's actually doing it. Oh my god. Twisted, weird little character arc poor Gator's gonna have over these next 2 episodes. If he, you know, ever walks out of that cabin again, maybe this guy's just gonna start with his eyes. The house could do with a little bit of work, not gonna lie. Shit looks like it's about to fall forward and just narrowly miss Buster Keaton. It's a little nod to the Silent Era fans there, big crowd. I actually hate him every time I see him on screen now, you know, after the last few episodes' information. I mean, he was already a dick before that, but now I just actively seethe when I see the guy. I've got full faith in Dorothy. She's got to find a way out of this, because who knows how long it'll be until the mother arrives.
Roy.
Was that him considering going in and giving her a beating, only to be interrupted?
Rally the Patriots. Tell Odin we're gonna need them all and to come heavy. And close the gate.
Holy shit, so he's just gonna go full rebel army on everyone. This'll be a crazy ending to the season if that's what happens.
Most I ever felt, I felt for that woman. I don't ever want to feel that way again.
So what does that mean? Is he gonna kill her?
Bury her.
I fucking knew that's what he was gonna say. What a piece of shit. So he's brought her all the way back here, kidnapped her, beat her, and then just gave the order to kill her. Wow. He's like Nurse Lady last season to me now. If I don't see his death on camera within these next 2 episodes, I'll be heavily disappointed. I don't know if this will work. I think the first thing the sheriff will do when he comes in the room is flip the bed over. Yes! Fucking yes! I knew it was right to have faith in Dorothy. What a legend she is this series.
His cell was turned off at 11:45 last night.
Where?
Tillman Ranch. Do you think
I'm done fucking around.
Yes! This is the exact response I was hoping for.
they're raiding the Tillman Ranch?
FBI's on their way.
How do you know that?
I can't be there.
I'm on a different side now, but you gotta go save her.
This is going to be epic. We're basically going to get an underpowered, really, FBI force against a militia force. So I feel like Roy might actually win this gun battle. I just hope that Dorothy survives and escapes.
They're coming for me the way they came for Ammon and Lavoie. And don't be fooled. After they murder me, they're coming for you next.
Yeah, I think the FBI might come into this a bit like just pistols and manpowery, and they're going to be met with a bunch of redneck yeehaws body armoured up with assault rifles. This isn't going to be good for the FBI. Redneck yeehaws was maybe a bit mean. They could also be, you know, former military, etc., who just so happen to live in this area, okay? It's just, you know, it rolls off the tongue. Redneck yeehaw. What a ridiculous song choice, but also hilarious. Just strips them of their badassery, you know, in a traditional movie. That scene of a local group of friends arriving as backup would have had like some badass rock music going or something. No, YMCA, you're all gay. Guns are gay, they're phallically gay, you want to put your guns up your own Republican arses and gay yourselves with them, don't you? That's what Noah Hawley was saying in that scene. I think guns are alright, I ain't got a problem with guns, as long as you don't shoot innocent people or react with fear and like shoot a guy over a disagreement because you're scared or whatever. And I know she's resourceful, but this is the worst environment for Dorothy to be having to escape in now, because there's basically armed guards all over the complex. Don't know if I should be calling a ranch a complex. It's nothing really complex about a ranch. I bet she's getting a lot of traumatic memories of this room, of course.
Daddy's phone?
Hi, Squirt.
Mommy? Who are you?
Let me talk.
It's such a nice scene of them actually getting to speak to her, but also it's so risky she's having this phone call inside the sheriff's house. Oh, I fucking knew it.
Hang up the phone.
I fucking knew it.
Hang up the phone or I shoot.
I'm not sure if that's the wife or just some random militia person that's came in. I'd love to see Dorothy beat the shit out of the wife though.
Your curtains. Fucking pictures on the walls. Please.
And I could see why that wife would hate Dorothy, but also that wife just seems like an asshole.
Fucking kill myself.
Yes! Did you see how quick she did that, by the way? What an absolute ninja Dorothy is. Oh, she knows all his hiding places in this house. This might actually work out better for Dorothy than I was anticipating. And she's got a gun now, which is a big plus. Nice. Even if someone notices that, you know, within the next 5-10 minutes, it would still cause a little bit of a blast. Liking the get-up Dorothy, looking like Elmer Fudd transitioning. Where's those pesky wampant wabbits? She actually starting to kind of look like Werewolf Guy. Like, if she hung about with Werewolf Guy right now in her get-up, they would look like a little team that came from the same area. Of course, she came from an area 500 years in the future than him, but they look similar. She would need to work on her Welsh accent, it's difficult. Now, I know I was a bit frivolous with the term redneck yeehaws earlier, but there is literally about 4 plaid shirts in that one room alone. Also, I'm only calling it played to cater to the American audience. Let's not get it twisted here. That shit's tartan and you fucks tried to rename it. Yeah, no roleplay box for you tonight, Sheriff.
Jesus, kid, what the fuck did you do?
Oh, fuck. So the sheriff did not know that Gator was trying to fuck over Werewolf Guy for his money. Wow. I thought that was a little joint plan by them. I have no idea why Gator would do something this stupid. And I was saying I felt sorry for him last episode. I mean, now he's a blind dude getting marched through a fucking tundra. I would say I feel a little bit more sorry for him even still, this episode. If this shit ends like the Samuel L. Jackson scene in The Hateful Eight, I will feel super sorry for him. Oh, holy shit. Okay, the FBI came knowing this might be a militia standoff. The militia are fucked if the FBI are bringing armoured SWAT vehicles and shit. I don't think they're tanks, but they're like the armoured SWAT tank sort of shit you can still drive through cities, but the shit's all bullet and bomb proof. Would she be able to just make a dart for it now into the bushes? Probably one of the militia would see her running out of the window or something.
Have you seen him?
Killed. Roy killed him. He came to save me.
Yeah, he died trying to get her out of there.
Are you safe?
Like a fish on the floor.
An army's coming. I called in some favors.
Fucking hell, that's ominous. Like a fish on the floor.
Why help now?
Because this busybody made me.
No, that's not true at all. I think her mother-in-law sees what she's been through now and she actually is feeling for her. It was great acting by Jennifer Jason Leigh there to convey that when she asked if she was alright.
So put your big girl pants on and get in the fight. You hear me?
That's a fucking amazing scene. I love that scene.
Don't get in the fight. Just keep your phone with you, okay?
Do not listen to beautiful lady cop. Listen to your mother-in-law.
Tell him to hurry. There's an army here too. And they're looking for me.
This shit is getting tense now. I can feel the adrenaline in my body as this shit is building up. Shit, this is going to be potentially epic as fuck. I mean, it might end in a peaceful standoff, but if shit goes down, this is gonna be crazy. That woman didn't look that scared, considering they're about to drive into what is essentially, you know, a small conflict zone firefight. And yes, the sheriff's ranch is now being referred to as a conflict zone. It was a complex, then it went back to a ranch, now it's a conflict zone. This shit is escalating. I mean, I backed the militia against, you know, the suits with some pistols, but if the SWAT are showing up in these vehicles and shit like that, I backed the SWAT to get shit done, because they're all about shock and awe, quick breaches. It's not going to be good for the militia against SWAT. You answer your call back in your fucking car, bro. Anytime you get out in the open, I'm worried you're about to take another bullet at this point. You hunker down. Do not become part of this gun battle.
Promise you'll get her out. Okay.
Affirmative.
Good luck.
Okay, so now he's definitely going to be in the thick of it looking for Dorothy. Thanks, beautiful lady cop. Maybe your boyfriend wasn't such a bad guy after all. No, I take that back.
The ex-wife, she's on site. Free for now with a live cell phone, but we gotta move fast.
Like I said, women and children.
Don't use the rule women and children, because there's also probably other women in that house with guns that will shoot you dead if you hesitate.
Sir, the FBI considers Dorothy Lyon a strong asset in any possible prosecution.
I don't know why the FBI considers her an asset. She isn't going to tell you guys shit.
You Hitler at the Reichstag or Hitler in the bunker?
Tell your boys there's sandwiches and coffee in the works.
First days or last days, I'm asking.
Well, there's a bit of division in the ranks already over on the militia side. This shit could crumble from within like the Roman Empire.
We have a warrant to search this property, signed by a federal judge.
I don't recognize your authority.
Well?
Fucking hell, Roy is out front and centre, head held high, just willing to take this to the next level.
You joined the witch hunt.
You know what a witch hunt is, right? Men killing women.
Yeah, it's quite interesting he would bring up the term witch hunt.
Get out of here. Now.
Roy doesn't have a look of confidence on his face. He looks like a man that knows he's fucked.
This isn't a trip to Starbucks on the way to the office. This isn't an idea. God cuts our names into bone.
I mean, he might be that self-righteous that he still genuinely believes what he's saying, but to me, in his eyes, I see a defeated man. I don't see a man that truly believes in what he's saying right now. I see a man that knows he's fucked and he wants to go out guns blazing because he's petty. And maybe there's not going to be dissension in the ranks, because as much as that old guy was questioning Roy, he clearly hates the feds more than Roy.
They know he was here, then disappeared. That means the Queen of Debt makes a call, weaponizes the deep state.
Well, yeah, he's figured it out, but what did you expect to happen, man? You killed a super rich woman's lawyer, who was literally offering you to win an election in exchange for Dorothy, which was such a fair deal, and you became so fucking petty. It looks misty enough that she should just keep running. Like, if I was Dorothy, I would just keep going as far away from the farm as possible. Isn't that definitely the safest place for her right now? Is that Danish Graves' body or someone else's, or is this just his dumping ground? Could be any of the three. Theoretically a good hiding place, but we've already heard him say to the other deputy guy to go and check the grave, and I think this is the place he's meaning. What does she do here? She has to hide under the dead body, I guess?
Announce yourselves!
Dad?
Kid?
This is absolutely fucked, by the way. He just took his eyes out.
He sold his right to be a man. What disappointment the father must feel.
Fucking hell. I mean, Gator will never be the same again no matter what happens to him. This'll be such a difference in who he is as a person given how he was.
He breaks his promise. He must be taught.
I can't believe this was Gator's own little scheme though. What a fucking idiot. He saw a werewolf guy flick a cigarette in his eye and shoot the other two guys flanking him and let him live just out of kindness, then stab his partner at a petrol station, and he still came back for him?
Daddy.
I'm not even mad at werewolf guy for just returning him to Roy like that and then running away.
There ever was a point to you. It's gone now.
What an absolute asshole.
Dad?
Oh, that is so fucked. I'm sorry if I've just been sitting here saying, oh my god, oh that's fucked up, oh wow, oh I can't believe he's doing that. But that whole story arc is just like shockingly dark to me. This season is fucking really, really dark in places.
When we find her, she may be armed with a shotgun or some kitchen spray fending off an army. Don't shoot her.
I'm so pleased that he took the time to give these guys this speech because she is so fiery. I mean, think about the first episode of season 1. She was tasing math teachers and cops alike. So yeah, fully within the realms of possibility that she would mistake them as more enemies and it turn into a gun battle between her and them. There's been about 90 different camera shots in this episode. I've said to myself, don't mention the cinematography again, don't mention it, but whoever fucking chooses this and frames these photographic angles and shots, the framing of the characters on screen, the stuff in the background and everything from there in between makes every single shot look like a painting almost every single time. Probably my favourite cinematographer in all of television and film. I don't even know who it is, but whoever's selecting these shots and composing them is a fucking genius. Yes, who was that? I don't even care who it was.
Tiger can come out now.
Oh, it's Werewolf Man! Yes! Now, this is a team up I'd love to see. I said earlier they kind of look similar if they were to be side by side. This is perfect. Look, she's holding a little wooden stick and everything. She'd fit right in 500 years ago in Wales. Take Werewolf Man's grizzled paw and allow him to elevate you back up to safety.
Now the tiger is free.
Oh, this is great. This is like Wrench and Nicky vibes all over again. I fucking love this shit. And if that is Werewolf Guy's last act in this show, it is a glorious one. He can happily walk off into the mist, go kill a sheep or something, you know, find another old woman's house to squat in, do his thing. Okay, and that was episode 9 of season 5 of Fargo, The Useless Hand, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, The Useless Hand, what did I think of that? Absolutely incredible. You know what it had vibes of? Episode 2, I think it was, or episode 3, when they were building up the tension of the home invasion into Dorothy's home, but they didn't actually do it. You know, it sort of ended with Gator and the team outside, and then the episode after that gave us a lot of time to focus on the actual home invasion. This too was setting up a ranch raid, and it gave us the conversation standoff, but I've got a feeling, you know, shit's gonna hit the fan next episode and it is gonna turn into a gun battle. First of all, let's talk about Gator. So I was saying last episode I finally got his character. I saw that it was just horrible parenting from Roy, and he'd had all optimism and kindness slapped and beaten out of him, and he was just acting in a way that he felt would please his father figure. So I was saying that, you know, his entire douchebag persona no longer affects me. Still really silly of him to decide to go against Werewolf Guy and try and keep the money and fuck him over anyway. But like I said, his whole programming is to think he's the ultimate badass and to never give an inch and all this other bullshit that's been drilled into his fucking head by his own father. So I also blame Roy for Gator deciding to do that, even though he didn't fill Roy in on his plan, if that makes sense. And it came back to bite him, hard and brutally, by a man who is 500 years old, straight in both his fucking eyes. And you just think about the shallowness that Gator had displayed up until that point as a character. He came across incredibly douchey and shallow, like a jock. So someone that shallow, losing something like vision, although it would be hard for all of us to deal with who had been born with vision and then, you know, spent many years with vision and then lost vision, it would be a really brutal process to transition to not having one of your primary senses after having it for so long. But I feel like that would be so destroying to a shallow person. And someone like Gator and his whole character, that would just destroy the way he carried himself on a day-to-day basis. And it already showed kind of straight away, because when Werewolf Guy brought him to Roy in that final scene there, his mask had completely slipped. He was literally saying, "Daddy, I'm scared." And that is nowhere near the badass he's been trying to portray himself as since the start of this series. And in that moment where the boy he'd raised as his own son had had his eyes taken out, he literally turned to him and said, you know, "Now you are completely useless," and left him blind, sitting by himself. I mean, that is so fucking rough, and we've already had to deal with domestic violence this season, but a father turning his back on a son, whether he's biological or not, you know, and calling him useless after he's been fucking permanently blinded. I'm thinking through every single season. That's got to be the single biggest piece of shit fucked up thing to happen, surely, even above the domestic violence, because of the father-son family shit going on and the horrificness of what had just happened to Gator and the callousness of what he said to him in that moment, and then leaving him alone to be afraid. And when we started to realise it was going to be a standoff between the militia and the FBI, as I said to begin with, I thought the FBI would be really outgunned because I assumed them to show up to this ranch. Even though it looked like a lot of cars, I thought it was just going to be a bunch of suits with guns, you know, performing an arrest on the property or a search or something. But then you saw the actual FBI showed up with SWAT teams and everything, and even though these guys are, you know, gonna dig their heels in and they fucking hate that side of the establishment and they will fight to the death to defend their rights, etc., I just don't see how a militia beats multiple SWAT teams. And big ups the cop who got shot in the leg for actually letting the SWAT team know, like, look, if you see Dorothy, she might actually try and, you know, kill you guys, so you gotta try not to kill her because she's a feisty one. Probably saved her life with that one comment. And I had faith in Dorothy, and she showed her resourcefulness throughout this episode, first escaping from her cell in the barn, then managing to make it into the house up to the bedroom, knocked out the wife with a beautiful gun catch and twist, and then managed to make a call out. Even though we saw that the mother had already made that call, it was good to see Dorothy also trying to do it. And yeah, the mother-in-law even, I feel her mask slipped for the first time this episode. She doesn't like to show emotion, and in that one moment, when she asked if Dorothy was alright, she was thinking about the file photos she'd seen, and as much as she doesn't like to give anyone an inch, she felt some fucking compassion in her soul in that moment, and it was a great little acting choice by Jennifer Jason Leigh, the way she conveyed that. By the way, I've been watching this in my spare time with my friend, and it's just completely shocking to me that Jennifer Jason Leigh plays both this character and the character she plays in The Hateful Eight. What an amazing character actor Jennifer Jason Leigh is, seriously. That's absolutely incredible levels of transformation between those two roles. And that final scene with Dorothy in the grave, I literally thought she was going to have to put the body on top of herself to hide, because I saw no way out. But yes, werewolf guy showed up, easily killed those people, brought Dorothy, the tiger, out of the cage and put a gun in her hand. I mean, talk about setting up the last episode to be an absolute amazing finale. So yeah, I cannot wait till next week, because shit is absolutely going to go down, and it breaks my heart I now have to wait 7 days to witness this greatness. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.